it, and maybe you'll just be happier when suddenly you no longer crave cock. Now maybe you'll just be happier. You'll be a real person.
I don't recognize myself anymore.
Who is programming this fungus?
That's what I'm saying,
that's,
man.
That's
it's Tale of the Body Snatchers. It's an alien race that's come to take over the human reproduction.
Give me those dick pics real quick.
That's a long.
That's I have an aside.
It's a very. It's a very long answer for who's programming your fungus. The government.
I feel like this should. I feel like this shit should be made into a spray. Obviously it's already a liquid, but I feel like you should be able to put it in a Windex bottle and spray it on everything, and it would fix everything.
God, that'd be hilarious.
You fucking get in a car wreck, spray it on your bumper, and it's fixed.
Be gone, homosexuals! Be gone!
You run up to Elton John. You run up to Elton John and spray him, and he turns into Barry Manilow.
Well, you know how people spray vinegar.
Let me make sure there's a technical issue real quick. Let me make sure that Dave doesn't have a technical issue.
No, there's no technical issue. I have an aside here, though. It's Jillian's response for not showing up. So I thought I would share that with the audience here. Because a little bird told me about this. A little bird named Look a Pig.
Okay.
You want me to read it? Probably.
I don't know.
Because you can't see it. Hold on. Let me pull up the picture here. In it.
Oh, I'm so curious now.
It says, "This is the direction I would like to take my info and not sell out or be a whore for ratings." The word whore is in quotes. "Canceling my appearance on the NonSequitur YouTube channel, as it would not be a wise use of my time, and I don't see them allowing me to drop any seeds, just their dick pics. Laugh out loud. Hugs." I sent an email to Kyle Curtis respectfully declining to be the butt of their jokes. Well, you're the butt anyway, lady. You're the butt.
Jillian.
Interesting. Okay.
No, I had
so clearly, hold on.
questions.
Clearly, this was pointed to me because of the dick pic comment, and I just have to say this: that you have a long road ahead of you, Jillian, and I'm going to be serious on this. If you can't take a guy that is actually gay and puts aside how offensive it is that your claims about homosexuality and about your juice being able to cure it, if I'm able to put that bullshit aside, then I think you can grow up and do the same with a joke about dick pics. It's obvious and okay that people don't agree all the time. That's okay. We're adults. We're able to come in and have a conversation to be serious and try to get to an end goal, which is truth. And it's apparent that you're not concerned about that. You're concerned about your image, because if these things did what you claim, you would have no issue coming in here and facing down everybody that's in this room and the questions that they had. We would have been respectable. We've done this before. We've had plenty of people that don't agree with us on anything. But let me tell you something. The mere notion that you're going to go around saying that cabbage and salt can cure homosexuality is offensive. It's outrageous. And if a dick pic pisses you off, I don't give a fuck. I was willing to put it aside, so you should be willing to put it aside too. And it's a shame that you can't be an adult and do that like we could.
I will say,
okay.
and good on you for that. Absolutely. And I mean, I wasn't even supposed to be here originally. I just wanted to sit back and watch another appearance with her. You know,
I'm glad you are though. I'm glad you are here.
Oh yeah, no, I'm having a blast. You guys are great. I do want to say though, on the topic of aerosoling Jilly Juice, I think this is a fantastic idea. Because I got to tell you, man, every time I go down to the David Lamb, I end up with my cock in at least 3 dudes' mouths, and I'm just tired of it. I need to get some Jilly Juice cologne or something so that these damn homosexuals would stop sucking my dick.
Can you imagine that?
We should start a website. We should totally start a website and start selling.
It keeps guys off your dick. If you're not gay, it keeps guys off your dick.
Gay spray. Rhymes keeps guys off your dick. We could sell
I
it
don't mind
and
the
donate the money
blowjobs.
to,
It's
like,
just
a charity.
inconvenient. I'm trying to get drunk, and like it's just that it's inconvenient. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a tool.
I have $1 million idea. Okay, so we've got the
called
spray.
dick
Follow me here.
inconvenience.
Follow me here,
Never.
though. We've got the
The
spray,
gay
right?
spray.
We got the
Right.
spray for the gay spray. Now, for the regenerating of the
Gay
limbs,
spray.
we will call it stub rub. Stub rub. We will put it into a rub form.
It's topical.
Okay, all I have to say,
Topical ointment.
Stub rub.
What
is
about
the gay
chub
spray
rub?
better
Because you're
have
putting it on a
glitter.
chubby, right? To get it to go away. Aren't you putting it on a
We
chub
can-
to get it to go away? Chub
This
rub.
is we're going to be $1 million.
Chub
Watch
rub.
out, Jilly Juice. Your day's
I
coming.
know, right?
Okay,
Yep.
Kyle, you have to have glitter in gay spray, or it's not gonna work.
Glitter is actually very. It's like garlic to gay people. People don't realize that, but we are very
Well, see, then
anti-glitter.
we need to just
now.
add that. You need to, yeah. It's just it depends on which circles of gay you travel in. The circles of gay
Well,
I travel in, I'm just
then
like
they're
leave
fake
their
because
house and have glitter in my hair. So like for
at the
days
convention,
and
the Gay Agenda convention that we have every year, where we plot to take over the world and make everybody gay,
Man,
we voted
I need to be
unanimously
invited.
to get rid of glitter.
How am I going to be
just
an
out of
informed science
curiosity-
communicator if I don't go to the Gay Agenda conference?
Well, just out of curiosity,
you.
are bi people allowed to come to the gay agenda meetings,
Only for
or do
half
they
the
not
time.
count? Only for half the time.
Only for half the time. Yep.
Fair.
Only for half.
Fair.
And no front
So,
row
I
seats.
can't
No
even-
front row seats.
I can't even remember where we were. Oh yeah, we were okay. So Jeff, did you
Oh,
get
God, we
out
were talking
everything
about
that
the
you
gays.
wanted
I
to
have
say
a better
about-
name. I have
Oh
a
my
better
gosh.
name.
What is it?
Cock block.
Oh, excellent.
Oh,
God, we're gonna be so rich. We're gonna be so rich.
that'll work.
Remember this
Wow.
moment, guys.
I'll start working on the website. I'll start working on the
Remember this
website,
moment.
and we can donate proceeds to like charity or something.
Look, we're such procrastinators on this show that tomorrow somebody will already have it licensed and out there, and they heard it here first. So you're welcome. But Jeff, did you get out everything every point that you wanted to make about her and her claims about homosexuality?
I think so. I mean, like the only thing that I keep coming back to when that claim keeps getting brought up is like the very notion that you have to cure homosexuality is probably the thing I find the most offensive. Like you're talking about being gay like it's a fucking disease. It's just it's fucking gross and it's disgusting, and that's probably the number one reason why I even started my series to begin with, because it's just the rest of it's all like batshit stuff on the surface level before you really dig into it. Then you hear that and you're like, you know, actually I think I'm gonna look at this, and that
And I was willing
the
to let that go.
linchpin. That's
I was willing to set that aside
not
and
me.
not make it an issue.
not me.
I've had a guy.
Mm-mm.
I've had a guy on this show across from me on the screen tell me that I deserve to be taken by the government and stoned. Well, Matt Powell when he told me that, and I'm fine. Like I have very thick skin and I don't take it personal. Yes, Jeff, that really happened. I actually had him on twice because I'm able to take my like. I know that these people are like there's something wrong in the head. There's something that's not firing right, and it's the ideology that's got him saying that stuff, not the person. Because I don't think at a human level he would ever truly advocate that. The religion is forcing him to do that. So I think it's worth having the talk. Just like tonight, I would have done the same thing. But to say that you're a whore, listen, we've had plenty of whores on this show, and you cannot, no. So the question is,
goodness.
who?
There's always a price. It's just a matter of negotiation. That's the thing.
That's true. All right, so I know that you're chomping at the bit. Why don't you tell us your views on her stances on?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say again, I'll preempt this thing. I spent 2 hours just going through her introduction because I was looking at all of her sources and I was looking at the papers. I was trying to sort out her reasoning as to why she presents the argument the way that she does, because that's just how I am. So she goes through, and so number 9 in the intro of this particular docket, substantiation that an LGBT lifestyle is a possible mutation of the reproductive system that sends mixed signals to the brain, and that in following your protocol, the body will figure out what it's supposed to be based upon the original design of the human being. So she's saying that your body will sort it out after you have copious amounts of diarrhea from drinking her stuff. So
makes sense.
She cites research ties and this is what she says. Research ties genetic behavior anomalies of this sort to ingestion and exposure of certain elements. Studies completed by National Geographic suggest that male birds overexposed to the element mercury show homosexual characteristics. This revelation provides a needed proof of concept that overexposure of certain elements can affect gender preference. Male birds that eat mercury-contaminated food show surprising homosexual behavior, scientists have found. Okay, number 1, she says it affects gender preference. It affects gender preference. That's not sexual preference. She doesn't know the difference between gender preference and sexual preference. That right there. Okay, number 2, this is freaking birds, not people. 3, how much mercury have you eaten, Kyle?
A lot.
In order to get you gay.
It makes sense because as an element, I can imagine mercury, swishing back and forth. I mean, that would be a gay element to me. So that makes sense. You know how it kind of wiggles
it's a gay element. Okay.
Very shiny, It's very flashy too. It's metallic and flashy.
See, that makes sense.
I look up her source. She talks about a study in 2012. A study of humans proposed that epigenetic changes. By the way, she looked up epigenetic in the dictionary and cited that as a source on her bibliography, and she put it there. So I'm proud of you, Jillian, for looking up the word and telling us.
The citation is to the dictionary?
Yes.
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 What a jewel is that? What a jewel is that?
One of the most complicated concepts in modern biology. One of the most hardest to grasp, to express to a layman.
Retrieve.
Hold on one
What
second,
the
Mel.
fuck?
Hold on one second, Mel. Go ahead and finish your thought, Jeff.
Trying to explain epigenetics to a layman is probably one of the hardest things to do in fucking science communication today. Like you cannot dumb down epigenetics into like a paragraph. It doesn't fucking work. Here's the dictionary definition. Yeah, see?
Yes, you can, Jeff.
Like,
yes, you can, Jeff.
Right there. What the fuck? I swear. Oh my god.
That's not the best one though. That's not her best source. That's not her best source.
Not even by a long shot. I'm telling you, I was laughing out loud at the restaurant. So and I took my time. And I was like, I'm going to enjoy. I had my sangria. I was reading through this. I put my red lines. I'm like,
I feel like we're going to have to send you somewhere when this is over, Mel, because you're going to get withdrawals.
This is fun.
I'm so sorry.
This is fun for me. No, it's okay. Don't apologize. This is like the best thing all day. So I looked up her paper for what she cites for this. It's a 2012 paper that she talks about the epigenetic changes or alterations in marks on DNA that cause certain genes to turn on and off may play a role in homosexuality. She talks about this and she misrepresents the paper here. She says this type of gene regulation isn't as stable as DNA and can be switched on and off by environmental factors or conditions in the womb during prenatal development. The paper doesn't really discuss that. It talks about androgen sensitivity. And so there's androgen signaling that happens with the brain where you have certain epi markers. But for a large amount of time, the thing is what this paper says, and this is, okay, so this is a review paper. This is not an experimental paper. So there's no data to support this particular perspective. All they did was go through literature